Hi, welcome back to our first official episode of Mom Talk. Again, my name is Alicia Vasquez. So this week I wanted to talk about me telling my partner that I'm pregnant. So this was like almost 9 months ago now. I wasn't home when I took the test, and it was the middle of the workday, and I wasn't far from home. It was less than 10 minutes of the process of okay, I'm trying to process this in my mind. It wasn't a long time. Like I didn't get a lot of time for me just to process what was going through my mind from the second that I saw that line to, okay, I need to get home, so I can tell my partner. And so that was like a 6-7 minute car ride. I was like, okay, process time. And when I got home, obviously he could tell something was up. He was like, why are you home at like 2 something p.m. on a Friday? And in that moment, I opened my mouth and I can't speak. It's not something that I necessarily fault my stutter on very heavily, because, and when I've had people tell me that they're pregnant, friends tell me they're pregnant, or just, going through that situation myself, I could tell what was, okay, you yourself are just overstimulated. Rightfully so, in my opinion. But, you yourself are just overstimulated. These are just emotions that, whether you stutter or you don't, even a person who is fluent is not fluent 100% of the time. And it is normal to stutter in certain occasions, even if you are a fluent person. And it's absolutely fine. And I feel like this moment, that's like, it's justified. It's not really a moment where I fault my stutter too much, but at the same time, I am a person who stutters, and I go to open my mouth and I cannot speak. I just have a huge block. And in that moment, I'm just so frustrated because I'm like, this is important. I want to articulate this. I need to articulate this. Also, this is not how I had this envisioned in my mind. I feel like a lot of people, when you have a dream of how you want certain things to go in your life, and that was not how I envisioned it. I was like, that's not how I envisioned me telling my partner that I was pregnant. Like, that's in no way, shape, or form that I thought that was how it was gonna go, that I'm just gonna block, and then when I can get a sound out, I'm just going, so like, it's just repeating. Eventually I just gave up, and I'm like, okay, like I'm frustrated. I really just want to get this out. And I just show him the test, and I'm like, this is what's up. In that moment, it kind of felt like my first failure as a mom. Like, okay, I can't even articulate this important subject, or this, I'm like, this is just something that I can't even articulate. And then, of course, my mind being how my mind is, it just starts racing into, like, am I going to be able to articulate? And that just sent my mind into a spiral. At the end of the day, I was able to just take my time, as frustrating as that was. Like, there were so many tears, and honestly, most of the tears were just me being frustrated at myself because I could not speak the way that I wanted to speak. And I remember looking back on it, just, I was so upset with my stutter, even though I knew, like, hey, this isn't all necessarily related to your stutter. You are going to have emotions in your life where, even if you aren't a person who stutters, you stutter in them, and that's okay. But for me, it just, like, it felt as though it was so much bigger. I think this is a good point to leave off. And hopefully next time I see you, we'll be talking about choosing a name.